Spinny, guess what, man? 13-2, baby. Let's get it. What'd you think about
Welcome
that
to
game?
that was a great game. We're welcoming the Hardys and Hardos to the Christmas Eve edition
Christmas Eve, yes.
of Hard Headed Sports.
Merry
Week
Christmas, y'all.
17 picks. Happy holidays to everyone out there. The Vikings game was hard to watch for me. I do have to admit, I missed significant amounts of the first half at the national championship game for Division One volleyball. But we did have it up on the phone, so I caught certain plays, caught the Jefferson touchdown, that stuff, and then the championship ended just after halftime, so got to watch the most of the third and all of the fourth quarter.
Well, let's actually backtrack. Let me know how that championship was. How was that whole event? Final four.
Yeah,
Obviously, the game, like especially that second set, was extremely back and forth. So, how was the environment? Like, just tell us everything.
Yeah, the first the Louisville Pitt semifinal was very, very good. And I was like, I thought the second one was going to be worse, and then Penn State reverse swept Nebraska. Nebraska was up 2-0. Penn State came all the way back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Um, the end of Pitt Louisville, Louisville's best player tore or got hurt to the point where she couldn't play in the championship game.
Wow.
So that kind of made the championship game a little bit less fun. That was a great
Yeah.
set two win by Louisville. Um, and that set was crazy. Like it was it was at Louisville, right? So like it was a home stadium. Like it was red. Every time Louisville did something, it went nuts. So that part of it was fun. It kind of, I think, inspired them, and they won that set. But match would have been much better if Anna DeBeer had been there. So congrats to Penn State though, and the first female national champion coach of all time in women's college volleyball. So that was a nice, fun thing to do once, and now we don't have to talk about it like that anymore, and it can just be hopefully more female coaches just
That's pretty
ripping
crazy
natties.
that the Final Four was just like randomly held in Louisville and they just happened to make it that far. Like that is crazy home court advantage, like you said.
Yeah, it was wild. I was kind of rooting for Louisville. Former Minnesota libero CC McGraw is an assistant coach at Louisville, so there's a little bit of the Minnesota connection there. And I didn't love either one of either Penn State or Nebraska fanship wise. So yeah, it was a fun event, surrounded by the convention, so I get to go and learn a bunch of stuff and have fun with volleyball people. So it's a good
Oh
time.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. So that's why we didn't get Week 16 picks out in time. We were just all over the place with Spinny out in Louisville having his fun. Week 15, Spinny, you fell behind, my man. I am now up 6 on you. I am 101 and 42. You're 95 and 48 on the season. So week 17 pick, Spinny. It's time. I mean, you got 2 weeks left, man, to make up 6 games.
2 weeks to make up 6 games. So it looks like there'll be a lot of underdog shots from Spinny here. Hopefully, we
you
can get
know,
some
you
hits.
know what I just have to do then? Just pick my favorites, baby. Come on.
So basically, just like he's done all season, Artis and Ardos, he's
Okay,
acting like this
okay,
is any
okay.
different. It's crazy. The Chiefs head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Chiefs -3. Who you got?
I will just take the Chiefs. They're the favorite here. It's Christmas Day. Mahomes always shows up when the spotlight's on him. Now, from this perspective, I do feel like the Chiefs are going to get 2 losses, right? But I mean, there is only 2 weeks left, so are they really going to go 17 or 16-1? I mean, I guess they might, but this could be a spot where they lose. I won't lie, but I have to take the Chiefs, even on the road.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I think Mahomes is gonna try to lock up the 1 seed, and they can all sit
Yeah, that's true.
next week. And I think that's gonna be the goal, and they're gonna give everything they have to this one. And in those moments, I have a hard time picking against Kansas City.
Yeah, for real.
New MVP frontrunner Lamar Jackson and the Ravens travel
I
to
don't think he
Houston
is, but he
to
should be.
take on the Texans. Baltimore -5.5. Who you got?
Again, I hate to take another favorite here, but like you said, Lamar is just playing at an MVP level. He's I mean, he's playing much better this year than he did last year, even when he won the MVP. I mean, he's setting career highs in almost every category. So I have to take him. I think they're rolling right now, and this would likely get them the lead and the division if they're able to win this game and Steelers lose. So
They obviously have to win out, and he has to get to 12-5 for that to
yes,
happen. But
yes,
Lamar Jackson just passing 37-87 to Josh Allen's 35-49. Lamar 37 touchdowns to Allen's 26, and Lamar 4 interceptions to Allen's 6. And that is straight passing for passing stats.
yeah, better
Straight
passer
up.
rating.
Better passer rating. And that's not even including any rushing stats or any of that
Yeah,
as well either. Allen obviously does have more rushing touchdowns, but
touchdowns. Yeah.
yeah, but Lamar obviously has more rushing yards. So kind of an interesting conversation that I think wasn't really one 2 weeks ago. I feel like it was kind of locked and everyone, it was Josh Allen or maybe the off chance of Saquon. I don't feel like Lamar's been in this conversation too much and he's kind of like snuck his way back in. I think we might see a dark horse win from him.
Well, just like every league, it's all media driven, right? It's like last year he was all the talk because the Ravens were, so good. They're 13-4, 14-3, whatever the hell they went last year, and so he was all the talk last year. And now that they have a couple more losses than teams like the Bills and stuff, they just like seem to forget about Lamar Jackson. And maybe voter fatigue will kick in a little bit. It shouldn't. That should never be a thing. They should just simply give it to the best player every single season. But we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be crazy to see what happens down these last 2 games of the season.
I argue that voter fatigue should be a thing. Hot take.
Really?
Seattle and the
Wow.
traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears. Seattle -3.5. Who you got?
I definitely have to take the Seahawks here. I don't have faith in the Bears. This could be their 5th win and final win of the season, but I won't bank on it. I'm taking the Seahawks here.
Yeah, Bears are trash. I want to pick the Bears. I wanted
I
to
do
go
too,
against
honestly.
Seattle here, but I just don't have any faith in them at all. Also, first 2 games on Christmas. Seattle and Chicago is on Thursday, and we don't get a Black Friday game. I was hoping we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
That's kind of
Sunday, but the NFL
surprising they
kind
didn't
of
do that.
snuck us out of the Black Friday game. So now we move to Saturday noon. The Chargers head to Foxborough to take on the Pats. Chargers -4. Who you got?
Every single one of these games on Saturday on NFL Network, by the way. Interesting.
Yep.
Definitely taking Chargers again. That's 4 straight road teams for me to start this week's picks. But again, I just can't pick the Patriots in this game. There's no way we're talking about a playoff team versus one of the worst teams in the league. So this one's a no-brainer to me.
I don't think this one's a no-brainer, to be honest.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I am gonna pick the Chargers. I hate picking a team traveling all the way cross country like that.
That is
I
true.
think it screws you
Into the
up.
cold too.
And I think that the Patriots have played pretty decent the last couple of weeks. I mean, we saw what they gave Buffalo last week.
Yeah, that's a good point
But
too.
coach and quarterback in week 17 is how you have to pick these games. And we're going with Harbaugh and Herbert. Denver travels to the barely alive Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals -3.5. Who you got?
I think here I will take my first home team. They're still fighting for the playoff hopes. Maybe this will help them a little bit. Obviously, it's an extreme long shot. They need to win both games, and they need help to even make the playoffs. But home game, they've been playing well as of late. I'm taking the Bengals here. That's 5 for 5 on favorites for me, Spinny. Come on.
+3.5 for me, boss.
You can
You
take
got
it.
All right, let's go. We'll take Denver
That's
on the
probably a,
road
that's
plus
probably really
three and
tough
a
for me to
half.
do, but I'll let
That's
you
all
know.
right. That's all right. We love that. We love a good sport here. The Cardinals, my Cardinals, traveling to LA to
What's going
take
on with your
on
Cardinals,
the
man?
Rams. Who you got? Here's the thing. They've been my ride or die. My ride or die.
So you're picking them right now.
But I was accused by our avid Cardinals fan of being a fake. And so, of being a fake, even though we have the merch, Hardee's and Hardos, from the
You picked them
whole
every
year
year.
of
Yeah,
how many
every
times
single
I'm
week.
going to pick them. And we're not stopping now. Cards taking them over the Rams. They're playing spoiler. I don't even want the spread, low key. I think the Cards are going to win
Good.
this game
All
outright.
in. Good. I do not feel comfortable giving you a -6 spread. That's for sure. I'm taking the Rams here at home. They've been playing tremendous as of late, pushing their record to 10-6 and probably winning the division after winning this game. What's going on with the Cardinals, man? They losing to the Panthers and shit. Come on.
Ah, Chuba, man. Is he
Chuba
going to
went
be like a
left.
good running back? Crazy.
Apparently.
The
Hold on. I want to make
Jets.
a quick
Oh,
backtrack statement that I forgot to
okay.
ask you about. What do you think about these Christmas Day games tomorrow on Netflix? Are you a little worried we're going to not be able to watch like the Tyson and Paul fight? Yeah.
We're just going to be
Fingers
doing this,
crossed.
baby. We're just going to be doing
We'll
this.
see. We'll see what happens.
Um, yeah, it's going to be hard. We're at the in-laws, so the TV setup is not as ideal as my
Are you going to
own
be
home. So
Here's probably even a better question. Are you going to be watching, if you only have one TV at your in laws, are you going to be watching football or are you going to be watching NBA on Christmas Day?
see, the Wolves will probably get the main screen during that time. So what time is that game? You know what time the Wolves game is?
It's during the Chiefs Steelers game. I know that much.
So I'll probably be reserved to Chiefs Steelers on the laptop for that
Yeah,
time.
1:30
But
p.m.
yeah, but other than that, so we'll probably watch first half of Chiefs Steelers, watch the Wolves. I'll get the second half of Chiefs Steelers on the laptop, and then we'll get Ravens Texans for sure, probably, and
Yeah,
then finish the night with the late night NBA. That's probably how it'll go.
that sounds like a plan to me. That's what I'll do too.
Yeah. I get lucky enough, even at the in-laws, to have TV control of which game it is. So
Ooh, look at
I go to
you.
what the people want. I go to what the people want, which is why I think the Wolves are probably going to be the ticket. But
You're a
I
man
don't
of
know.
the people.
Not a lot of NBA fans in this household either. So I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe football over the Wolves. I'm
well, the
okay
way
with
they've
either.
been playing, man, it's just like I saw Bill
Yes.
Simmons tweet last night. He's like, "Can we just flex the Timberwolves out of Christmas Day, please?"
I know, Bill. Come on, bro. You're
Uh,
killing me.
all
The
right, so
Woody Johnson owned dumpster fire heads to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Bills minus 9.5. I'm not even gonna ask.
okay, good. Because don't ask.
Yep.
Obviously,
Bills.
I'm taking the Bills here. What we have any word on this post or this injury that Josh Allen apparently played through? Right
He's got a
elbow
bro.
contusion. Oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. Okay,
Oh yeah,
so we're for sure taking the Bills at home here. Absolutely.
yeah.
The
Man's
Jets.
been playing with a broken hand. I would take the Bills without Josh Allen right now.
I don't even know their
100%. I
backup.
take.
I
I
probably
don't
wouldn't.
even know, and I don't even care. I would take them in that game.
Oh gosh,
Titans head to Jacksonville in the
what a game!
game for the number 1 pick. Who
Actually,
you
though, yeah.
got? Jacksonville -1. The Raiders currently do control their own destiny for the number 1 pick. So if
Yep.
they were to lose out, they would get it. But this is one of those games that influences that.
Oh, this is tough here. Why am I? You know what? I can't. I was leaning Titans, but I just can't pick Will Levis. I'm sorry. I guess I'm picking Mac
So
Jones.
you're gonna pick Mac Jones?
Yeah, I'm picking
All
Mac
right.
Jones.
All right. Well, I'll take
I don't
Will
know.
Levis then. I'll take Will Levis. We like
All
that one.
right,
I think that's a 50-50 toss up,
it
if I'm
is.
being
It's a
honest.
straight
So
toss. Yeah.
I'll take I like my odds there. The red hot 4-11 Panthers travel the Bucks to take on. Wow, travel to Tampa to take on the Bucks. We can't talk today, Harris and Hardos. Bucks -8. Who you got?
Okay. You're not getting that spread, so don't even try. Because
Come
-8 is a
on.
ridiculous spread for this game. That's way too.
7.5? 7.5?
No, because they're gonna get that too. I'd maybe consider like 3.5. I don't know why.
Three and a half?
I'm serious. I don't. I understand the Bucks are a lot better than the Panthers, but like you said, the Panthers are playing so well as of late. I don't know how this spread can be that big. I just genuinely don't understand that. Obviously, I'm taking the Bucks at home. Baker, Mike Evans, Bucky Irving. Those guys have been humming all season long, so I'm taking them. But I don't know what spread you want here, but it's not 8. That's for damn sure.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, the Bucks running backs are poor man's Gibbs and Montgomery. I love how
Literally,
they've just kind
actually.
of showed up
Yes.
late in the year. He's not giving me the spread Hardee's and Hurdles like a classic favorite poacher that he is. So I will take the
Well,
Bucks as well here in this game. We're not
maybe,
negotiating that spread.
maybe,
I don't want
maybe
any
like
less.
okay. All right, all right.
No negotiations. The Raiders travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Raiders need to lose out for the number one pick. Who you got?
Is Derek Carr going to be playing? I doubt it. Probably.
No, I don't see why they would play him. It's going to be the Ratster.
Oh man, this is another straight like 50-50 game. That's why the line is literally even. You're not even getting anything on this one. I guess I'll take the Saints at home. Maybe Kamara comes back and plays again. I would doubt that too. He didn't play last week. They're out of the playoffs. So I don't know why they would want to play him, but that's my only hope is that Kamara plays in this game and just absolutely torches the Raiders defense. So I guess I'll just take the home team here because I have no
We'll
faith in
take
Rattler.
the Raiders.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is the Raiders are such a bad organization. Like they're not as bad as the Jets or Cleveland, but
Oh,
they're on
they'll
that
just shit
next
away the
tier
first
of
pick.
bad. They're gonna shit away the first pick, yeah.
Yeah.
And Antonio Pierce is gonna get them like all riled up and going just for him to be gone and
Yeah.
then to not get the number one pick, and that's just such a Raiders thing to
Well, that
do. I,
that
I
is
have to go
actually
with it.
always a factor down the stretch is these coaches that know they're going to get fired. So they're like, screw it. I'm competitive. I still want to win games. Like,
Yep,
that's my job. They hired me to win games. So even now, at the end of the season, I'm still going to try to win games. I feel like that always happens at
agreed.
the end of years.
The boys travel to Philly to take on the Eagles. Eagles -9. Who you got?
Why? Why is it -9? Like, that's an outrageous spread. The Cowboys actually been playing pretty well lately.
So you're gonna give it to me?
9? Hell no.
Yeah,
That's
7.5.
crazy.
7.5.
Oh man, I don't want to give you anything over a touchdown. Like that's
7.
wild to me. 6.5.
No, 7. Give me the push on the touchdown.
All right. Well, what's a push then? You lose?
Ooh, that's a good one,
I guess we
actually.
haven't had to deal with that yet.
Mm. Is push? I feel like push has to either be we both lose or we both win.
Correct. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay, so
So
let's go.
we'll do
Let's
that.
go both. Let's go both lose, just for the sake
Both
of
lose. Yes.
making our records more fair.
Well,
Okay, push is both
I'm
lose.
Philly -7. Spinny is Cowboys +7. That's our
Love
picks. Obviously,
the
a lot of that
Colts.
is going to depend on Jalen Hurts. You know,
Yeah.
if he doesn't play, that line's going to shift crazy.
If Kenny Pickett is playing, then I just hit the jackpot on that
Yeah,
line,
I
baby.
took the
Let's
risk. I took the
go.
risk.
Colts travel to New York to take on the Giants. Colts -8. Who you got?
Jonathan
Also,
Taylor, Randall, say your point.
I just wanted to make the point that the Raiders do not control their own destiny for the number one pick. The Giants actually control their own destiny for the number
Oh
one
yeah,
pick. Only
supposedly only
two
have 2 wins.
two wins for the Giants and 3 for the Raiders. Raiders are the lowest ranking 3-12 team. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, this will probably solidify their number one pick because I don't think they have any chance in this game. Jonathan Taylor just ran crazy last week. Just went nuts. 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think he's going to do. Maybe obviously not that crazy of a stat line again, but he is for sure going to run all over this Giants defense. I have to take the Colts.
Yeah, taking the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's going to be the guy this year, the fantasy manager league winner this
Man,
year
I
with
hope
how
so.
he did.
Please, please. I have him in Dynasty. Please.
Also, for my own safety sake and getting this off my chest, the Hardys and Hardos are going to be my therapist because I had Saquon and Jonathan Taylor last week and lost. So it was a wonderful semifinal week
How's that
for
even
me.
possible, man?
With that, I don't know. 3:05 game Sunday, only 2 of them. First one, Dolphins at the dumpster fire they used to call the Cleveland Browns. Who you got? Dolphins -6.5.
I hate picking the Dolphins, but obviously I have to do this because no way I'm picking a Dorian Thompson Robinson led team. or Robinson Thompson. I
Yeah,
don't even know how he organizes his name. Not picking him ever. Dolphins on the road taking him.
yeah, picking the Dolphins as well.
8-8.
The
Honestly,
game.
that's pretty crazy that the Dolphins could even reach 500 again, for that matter.
Agreed. The game of the week, baby.
Let's get it.
Flips to Burkhart and Brady. It is the Pack coming to US Bank to take on the Vikes. Vikes minus 1.5. Who you got?
Honestly, I'm very worried about this game. Packers are very good. I'm taking the Vikings at home because I want to see this battle for the number one seed and the NFC North in Week 18 versus Lions. I want to see that so badly. So I have to take the Vikings here so that can happen.
Wow, that's crazy.
Don't pick the
I
Packers.
might,
Don't be that guy.
I might have, but it's that time of year, where
Hardy's and Hardos, don't let this man live it down if he picks the Packers. Do it then.
there's a lot of Packer fans in my life right now, and they make some good points about this game, and there's some history with last year. The Packers doing the same thing to us, but we're picking the Vikes. We're picking the Vikes,
Yes.
bus. Come on, Vikes. We love them. We think this is the year. Darnold is going to maintain. I am pretty confident in him, even though I'm not 100% sure I want to re-sign him after the year,
Yeah.
unless we make the Super Bowl. But we're
Right.
going to take the Vikes in this game. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a freaking battle.
Yes. For sure.
The Michael Penix-led Falcons travel to Washington to take on the Commanders. Who you got? Commanders minus 4.
After that comeback they just had, I can't pick against the Commanders. Can't pick against Jaden Daniels right now. 4 touchdowns in the last minute of the game already as a rookie. That's crazy that he's doing this. The legend of Jaden Daniels continues to grow every week. Taking them at home here. 11-5 Commanders. Wild.
Yeah, crazy, huh? That I didn't
Also,
know
get bench
this.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I get bench Kirk Cousins is right. Also, didn't know this, but the only team to ever draft 2 lefty first round quarterbacks is the Falcons. Only team
Really?
ever with 2 lefty first round pick quarterbacks. Pretty crazy,
I
huh?
can't think about who the other one would be. Had to be a
No,
lefty.
they're the only one. I'm saying they're the only one.
No, I'm saying the other quarterback they would have drafted that was lefty.
Bro, come on, dude. You're crazy. You're
Who
killing
is
me.
not? Okay, tell me. I'm dumb.
Dude, what? The Falcons? The most famous player in the history of their franchise?
Oh yeah, duh.
Oh
Forgot.
my
I forgot it was
goodness.
lefty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
What?
forgot he was lefty. I totally forgot that. All right. That was bad. That's bad.
Boss,
Really bad.
bro. Holy. Okay. On that well, okay, I don't even have words for that. Um Penix last week, 202 and a pick against the Giants. They did win 34-7, but he didn't look like
No.
anything crazy. And I think this Commanders defense is pretty decent. So we're gonna take the Commanders as well, especially decent against this team, against this crappy offensive line. In the playoffs, we'll see how decent they are, but Monday Night Football, 12:30. You got the Lions traveling to the Niners. Lions minus 3.5. Who you got?
Same point as the Vikings, man. I want this last game of the season to be for the 1 seed. That would be amazing. I have to take the Lions here on the road. Obviously, I don't even feel comfortable picking the Niners either way with the way they've been playing. So this one is kind of a no-brainer to me, if I'm being honest. I think the Lions are
Well,
for
see,
sure going to win this game.
yeah, I think the Lions are probably going to win this game, but this game doesn't really matter for them because if they lose, they're 13-3, and if we win, we're 14-2. We're up by 1. But if they beat us next week, we have the same number of losses, and they beat us twice. So either way, it's basically
That's
irrelevant for
true.
them whether they win this
That's a
game or
good point.
not.
I didn't even think of it that way.
So that is something that I've kind of thought about. I don't know, knowing Campbell and how they approach things, they're not going to arrest anybody or do any of that crap anyway. But it was something I've kind of considered a little bit is are they really going to care that much about this game? Because it's kind of irrelevant to the rest of their season.
Yeah, I
But
didn't even
we're
think
going
of
to
it
take
that
the
way.
Lions. We are going to take the Lions on the road at the Niners.
Isn't
Either
it
way.
crazy? Like, at the minimum, Will have a 13-win 5 seed at the minimum.
Yeah.
That's so annoying for whichever team gets that 5 seed. It's gonna be so
All
annoying.
NFC North teams, two 13-win teams and a 11-win team.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I mean, we knew the North was going to be good this year, but that's crazy.
yeah. Well, it helps that the Bears are so freaking garbage. That helps
Yeah,
there too.
true.
But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to think you're going to go from potentially being a 1 seed, getting a bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs, to having to go on the road in the first round. Like, that's God. I hope that's the Lions and not us, man. That would suck.
I know. And the Vikings are
At least
just
it's
such a
versus the
better home
NFC
team.
South winner, though. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's true. But us playing at Tampa, I'm a little. ugh. I'm kind of rooting against my picks this week, low key, with Atlanta because I'd love to see Atlanta in the first round. I think that's a cakewalk for us, low key,
Yes.
um, especially if we're getting a rookie freaking quarterback. Um,
Rookie quarterback who just finally started playing now.
but Baker Mayfield at Tampa in the playoffs. I mean, man's
They
I
beat the
don't love.
Eagles last year, man. Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't love playing against that, but I'm confident in us winning that game either way. But if the playoffs have to go through US Bank, there's a really good shot we make this
yes.
happen. So
Come on.
let's
See what
go
happens.
win these last two. It's playoffs from here out for the Vikes. These
Oh, for
last
sure.
how many ever games are left for them are
Yeah.
all playoff games essentially. So, all right, Hardies and Hardos, thanks for watching. Check out all the beautiful sports on Christmas and ignore those
Merry
family
Christmas,
members
though.
that you don't want to see. Happy holidays to you. Hug your friends and family.